So this is a young chap in his 30s with well hydrated skin, no background medical conditions that we need to be concerned about, and he's got a corn plantar metatarsal which has been there for a number of years. It was originally much worse and has tried a lot of different treatments on it. We're presently seeing him every 6 weeks or thereabouts, which keeps it under control. It keeps it to the stage of being manageable. Gets a little bit sore just before it's due to come in, which is about the right time. It's an atypical corn in that it's not smooth underneath. It's one of those that bleeds very easily because the area around it and the base of it are an irregular shape. We used to call those neurovascular corns, but they're all fibrous corns, but it's just a funny shape. So first thing we need to do is just reduce the hard skin on top. We cannot seek to enucleate the corn until we've sort of taken the lid off, if you like. Using a 15 blade, there's no particular rule in terms of which blade is the best. I prefer a 15, other people prefer an 11. Those people are psychopaths and not to be trusted, but nonetheless they are allowed to function in everyday society. We're keeping good skin tension with the left hand, being careful not to slice the thumb as you go along, and we're going nice and steadily. This is one of those which, oh gosh, that does go very close to the left thumb. I've not actually sliced my thumb for about 10 years, so as scary as that looks, it's safe enough. So taking the top off, I'm still working on that. As far as what's triggered this corn, I don't think it's pressure in the classic sense, because it's not on a particular apex point of pressure. It's very possibly a verruca under there. It's quite common for verrucas to trigger corns. So having done the flat bit on top, we're now turning the point inwards, and we're going very, very slowly. It's literally you just sort of a little dab, a little press, and then withdraw. And we're looking to scribe the edges, to circumscribe the edges of the corn. Not too deep. We can always go a little bit deeper later on if we want to, and I think we do. Initially just sort of finding the edges. Thumb's in the way there, sorry about that. It's jolly difficult to actually position the camera in such a way that you can see what we're doing, and I can still see what I'm doing as well. So it's quite a sort of millimetre or two across this thing. So as corns go, it's reasonably chunky. Normally corns are sort of cone shaped, but this one isn't. This is slightly flat at the base, which again makes me suspect that it's either caused by scar tissue, either some kind of penetrative injury in the past, or more likely, as I say, there's a verruca under there. Corns are caused by any kind of trauma or any kind of irritation to the skin. You can get a corn caused by a hair or a splinter, a piece of scar tissue, a verruca, plain good old-fashioned pressure, all sorts. So having gotten in once, we're now just sort of finding our way a little bit further down and going ever so slowly. If you go quickly on this one, two things will happen. First of all, he'll say ow, and second, he'll start bleeding. As I say, it's an irregular shape at the top. There's a little a sort of protrusion of the top border, so it's almost like a Pac-Man shape. So you've actually got to find that edge. The trick with these is having a good position so that you can see really, really clearly, which is often hard in home visits, and just taking it nice and steady. Now we've sort of reached the base of it, so we're now sort of going across at the base. Don't know what I was doing there. When you lift it, what you're looking for is for the bit underneath the corn to be nice and pink. If it's still yellow, then you've not taken all the corn out, and if it's bright red and dripping, then you've probably gone a bit too far. And there we go. That little bit at the bottom that you can see there, that's where the little pier of skin sticks in. So if you chop that bit,